y'all. This is my I'm so rusty. I haven't done this in a while. My name is Javia and this is Javia Joe. I am so excited to be back with you guys. But I'm back, and I'm also back to wish you a happy new year. 2020, the year of perfect vision. I'm seeing you clearly, you're seeing me clearly. We have big things planned for this year. All of us do. Everybody wants good things from 2020. So that's what we are expecting, baby. Today, I wanted to have a sit-down conversation with you while I am drinking my green juice and just kind of speak, because I believe that there's so much happening in the world and I can be a light. I'm kidding. But I can open eyes and make us better people in the small way that I know how. So let's get straight into this video. So, in the recent events, we've had very sad, tragic things happen in my country, South Africa, and for the world, because most people in the world know the person I'm about to mention. So, in South Africa, recently, we've had two major events happen. We've had Enoch, who, I'm not going to name the school that he went to because I don't want to be in a legal battle, but he was at a school camp and they were river rafting. Their river raft broke and he ended up drowning, and he passed on, and the school did not notice he was missing from the camp, at least for I think a day. So that's the Enoch story. They didn't think he was at the camp, but there was one boy who kept on saying that, you know, Enoch was there, we left him in the river. Like, he kept on saying it, but no teacher believed him. They kept on telling him to go back to the hall or wherever. We have Letitia. She was raped and killed, burns, and her school didn't even notice she was missing for like 5 days. She was missing for a whole school week and they didn't even think to communicate or anything of the sort. And then we have Kobe Bryant, Gigi Bryant, John Attabili, Kerry Attabili, Alyssa Attabili, Christina Mausa, Sarah Chester, Peyton Chester, and Ara Zobayan. I'm sorry if I pronounced their names wrong. All these people died in a helicopter crash in I think Calabasas, Los Angeles, on Sunday. I don't want to cry because since the Enoch situation, I literally have not stopped crying. The beginning of this year has really made me realize so many things about people that are just so disgusting to me. Yeah, so I wanted to speak about that. So I've named the stories that have triggered the video. And what I want to speak about is how we as people are so focused on the wrong things, because life is so small. Like, it's literally so short, and it doesn't care. Like, death doesn't care about age. It doesn't care about success, because someone like Kobe, people thought was immortal and would live forever. And then 13-year-olds like Enoch, like Gigi, like Letitia was 15, but young children, you think you're gonna live forever, but like, no day's promised. We're so self-absorbed, if I'm honest. We don't take the time to tell our families that we love them, to tell our friends that we appreciate them, to be present in our lives, to experience every memory that we possibly can, to be grateful for the days that we live. Like, we're so self-absorbed, and I feel like I live in a generation where that is even more, where all we care about is how many people follow us on Instagram, how many likes we get, if I'm wearing the correct outfit, if I look good, if my makeup is done well, if my hair's done nicely, if I'm dating the right guy, if I'm dating the right girl. Like, our generation is so self-absorbed in things that, let me tell you, when you die, you leave them behind. What stays when you pass on is memories that people have of you. I want my family to remember me as a loving person who we have no regrets about, oh no, I didn't get to tell the person I loved them, because we told each other we loved each other, because we were present in each other's lives. And it's just so sad that we live in a generation and in a time where things like that don't happen often. We're not telling people we love them. We're not present. We're not kind. We're not community builders. We build self all the time. That's all we care about. That's an issue. And I'm so passionate about this. And I cried even explaining this idea to my mom. But another thing that I want to speak about is with the 2 children stories in this country, how people just don't care. And that is literally the most disgusting thing. How are you as a human being given a certain amount of emotional intelligence, EQ, and you don't even have the ability to care? You take someone's child on camp and you don't have the ability to check on that child, keep track of that child. The child ends up dying because of lack of care, intolerance. The same with the young girl, Letitia. If the teachers had noticed she was missing on the day, or that she didn't get to school, that she was absent on the first day, maybe they would have found her earlier. We don't care. We're so absorbed in the wrong things. And it's just, I personally hope that in 2020, the lessons in this last couple of weeks, I hope we've learned to prioritize the right things, because we prioritize the wrong things and we're too self-involved. So I just wanted to come on here to say, let's do better as people, as a generation, as a community of the world. Let's do better. Let's care more. Let's love more. Let's give more than we take. I physically feel sick when I think of the crash that happened in California, because it's not only parents that died in that plane. There are parents with their children, and life is short, guys, and do what you can now, because you don't tomorrow is not promised. The only day that's promised is yesterday, and that's already passed. You've already lived that. And I'm going to end this video here. It's been an absolute pleasure, enjoyment, and excitement to come before you and just share my mind, because this year has started and it's going to be an amazing year, your best year yet. I just believe that in order to have the best year, we have to take responsibility for ourselves and our own toxic behavior. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I love you, I love you, I love you. Stay blessed.